Hey folks, hope you're having a great day wherever you're at. Thought I would pop on and talk about who is your true self. Your true self is the person God wants you to be. That's who I believe it is, and that's who I try to be. So, who is your true self? Your true self is the person God wants you to be. And it's not an end point, it's a journey. So it's not once you've done something, you've hit your true self. The neat part about it is your true self is the person God wants you to be. It's a journey, and you really should enjoy the journey, not sweat the journey, not be anxious or nervous about the journey, or worry about the journey, but just enjoy the journey. Enjoy your true self journey, because it is definitely not an end point. It's a terrific journey. Sometimes it takes you out of your comfort zone, and that's really the best way to learn and grow, is to get out of your comfort zone. And I connect to my true self through centering prayer. So during centering prayer, I let go and open to the presence and actions of God within, and I let go of all thoughts that I engage. And some of these thoughts could be, I'm scared to try something, or who am I to do this? This is not something I'm ready for, or I'm too young, or I'm too old, or this is just not the right thing for me to do, even though it's something I might want to do. So I let go of all of these things during centering prayer and open to the presence and actions of God within. I connect to my true self during centering prayer. I let go of these thoughts, and some of these are very harmful thoughts that are telling me things that are just not true. I mean, the bottom line is I am the right person for that task, and now's the right time to try it, and I'm not too young or I'm not too old to do something. Now is the right time if I think it's something I should be doing. So during centering prayer, I'm letting go of all of these engaged thoughts, opening to God and letting God pray in me. And God's praying in me the actions God wants me to take outside of centering prayer. And it's really up to me to take action on them once I'm out of centering prayer. And when I feel a nudge to do something, even if it scares the hell out of me, it doesn't mean I shouldn't try it. God wants me to move out of my comfort zone. God wants me to grow. He wants me to explore, try, and do new things, and continuously expand what I'm doing, and continuously expand, my comfort zone. So I need to take this let go posture during centering prayer into my daily life and let go of all of these thoughts and hone in and focus on powerful thoughts that are, I am the right person and I can do this. And even if I don't know all the steps to do something, I know the next step, and that's the step really I'm going to take. So let me share. I'm a big believer in affirmations, and I call them, I guess, my true self affirmations. These are single sentence statements that are important to me, whether they're in my physical life, my mental life, work, related to my website, Silence Teaches, and the things I want to do, my family, my health. They're jotted down in my iPad, and then I read them to God and let them go to God during my centering prayer sits, and let them brew with God. And I often read them before I go to bed and kind of let them brew with God while I'm sleeping. So I consider them my true self affirmations. And how do I know they're things I should do? They don't harm me or others. I have an excitement about them. I have an inner peace and calm about them. Yes, they might scare me, but it doesn't mean I shouldn't do them. So as long as they kind of hit all of those parameters of excitement, inner peace about it, calm about it, despite being fearful of it, and they don't harm me or harm others, they remain a true self affirmation that I should take action on. But I'm always partnering with God on them and giving them to God during centering prayer and letting go and sitting with God, and often giving them to God before I go to bed and letting myself go to sleep and letting them brew with God. So, who is my true self? My true self continues to merge. As I think about centering prayer, and I've been practicing centering prayer faithfully twice a day for since June of 2014. Um, my true self comes out of my centering prayer praction. my centering prayer practice. What are some of the true self things that have emerged? It started off with, when I first started practicing centering prayer, it started off with just working with Amos Smith off of his site, Recovering Christianity's Mystic Roots, and having a weekly meditation. And then from there, it moved to the creation of silenceteaches.com 4 years ago. It might even be 5 years ago at this point. It moved into one-on-one coaching. I recognized that I liked working with people one-on-one, whether they were new to centering prayer, wanted someone to hold their hand and help them, whether they were an existing practitioner and wanted to go deeper in their practice and explore who is their true self, who is this person, how do I connect to it, how do I know I'm acting from this person. And it included pastors and ministers who said, I'm burning out and I'm not doing a very good job of self-care. I need help taking care of myself. Help me with this. So it moved into coaching of those three types of people. It moved into speaking and teaching in the community, in front of church small group gatherings and large group gatherings, and sharing introduction to centering prayer overviews and spreading the centering prayer seed, so to speak. It moved into a published book, Sitting with God, A Journey to Your True Self, was published 1 year ago, August of 2020. It moved into getting on podcasts. At this point, since the book's publication, without taking a look at my list, I've been on at least 50 podcasts since the publication of the book, and I have at least another 10 or so scheduled over the near future, and I continue to get on podcasts. It moves on. It continues with speaking, where I'm getting in front of church groups and book study groups and spiritual directors and centering prayer groups, and coming in and talking with them and sharing on a topic that they might have interest in, or just recommending a topic for them. It included Zoom book studies. It was about 13 or 14 weeks. I went week by week and went through a chapter of my book, and I did a book study via Zoom and opened it up to the public, and anyone could join as we worked our way through the book. And I shared things from the book and things outside of the book, and I opened it up to the people on the Zoom call and just listened to them and answered their questions and listened to their comments and listened to their experiences of centered prayer and experiences, with life. It's moved to, I was asked to contribute a chapter to a book that will be coming out in February of next year, and a number of people are contributing to the book, and I was asked to contribute a chapter on silence. So it's moved to that. Over the last year, I've been asked to write 2 forwards on 2 different books that came out. What's next? What is next? Well, what does God want me to do? Who is my true self? These are constant questions I'm asking God. What do you want me to do? What is next? And then I try to be quiet and listen to what that is. And then once I think I hear what it is, I do it with a passion and with energy. I do know that a second book is in me, and I know that because I guess I've had some trial runs with the 2 forwards that I've written and the chapter that I've written for a book that I mentioned that will be coming out in February. So I know I have it in me to write, and I probably will start writing my next book no later than June of 2022. Just begin writing the second book, because I know there's a second book in me, and I know I want to share more about centering prayer, possibly talk more about your true self and connecting to your true self through centering prayer. But I'll let it brew and see what topics and ideas come to mind. So that's who my true self is. And of course, my true self is a father and a husband and a friend and a worker, and the things I need to do in those areas. So that's all. Just thought I would pop on and talk a little bit about, who is your true self, and how do you connect to your true self, and who is my true self, and share the journey I've been on. And again, it's not an end point, it's a journey. And I look forward to asking God, what is next? What do you want me to do? So you should challenge yourself too. Who is your true self? What is your true self? What does that person look like? What are the actions you need to be taking every day to move into this true self version of you? And you don't need to know all the steps. You just need to know the next step as you move forward You get clarity. Clarity comes with action. You just need to know the next step. So that's it. Thanks for listening. Hope you all have a great rest of the night. And again, I just want to thank everybody for purchasing Sitting with God, and thank you for the 85 reviews that I have now and the 103 people marked on Goodreads. Thank you so much. And as you finish the book, please place a review on Amazon and Goodreads. Much appreciated. Much love to all of you. Take care.